Hey everyone, it's Ning Cohen here from Hyperactive Bookworm, also with Mazakeen, who is popping up here and there because she loves her pets. Today I'm just going to be talking about my current reads. I was watching a podcast from The Bar on the Bookcase, brilliant podcast. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. Jalen is great to listen to and he's got some brilliant tags that he's got on. But he did one about his current reads, and I just love the idea of being able to do a podcast while you're in the middle of the books. I feel like I can get into more the feel of the books while I'm in the middle of them. I'm already up to about a dozen books this month, so it's hard for me at the end to wrap up and really give the books the credit they deserve. I'm currently reading 3 books, one on audio, one on paperback, and one on e-reader. I love the different formats. I normally read more than 3 at a time, but I have just finished 2. But I thought 3 is a good amount to talk about. So the first book I have, I'm about 70% through, Girl A by Abigail Dean. This book is definitely not the type of book you would read if you want the lineal, traditional sort of fiction. But I'm loving it. I actually heard about this book from Rachael Herron's podcast, How Do You Write? Rachael Herron actually read out the first page and I was hooked by this book. So I had to go get it. And I finally started reading it. I didn't know what to expect. I completely oblivious. However, I love that. I've read some people's opinions of it and they either do not finish or were really unimpressed by it because it doesn't follow that lineal sort of thing. There is a lot of internal monologues and thoughts and characters come in, and it is confusing at times where they come in and you're like, who is this person they're just talking about? They didn't introduce them. And it's because it's real. Like, it's when you think about people, you don't introduce them into your own thoughts again and again and again, especially when they've been impactful in your life. So it was really, really interesting. It's been really interesting, and it's dirty and it's gritty, and a few people as well have also talked about how they don't go into detail about what actually happened to girl A and her family. They hint at things, and I think people get frustrated by that. But again, I kind of love it because, you know, when you go through trauma, you're not necessarily reliving every specific detail. You're reliving the effects of it. And that's what it is. And it's just, I can't wait to finish it. Because I really want to see how it finishes up. So it's a really amazing, oh, here's the puppy. It's a really, yes, darling, it's a really amazing book. So if you are interested in that kind of internal, sit down please, internal monologue, and you're not looking for that standard structure, I really think it's worth reading, worth watching. Blooming heck. Okay, so the second book I'm reading. All right, so Sid Parker's The Killing Ground. I don't know where I found it. Probably one of the Facebook lesbian readers group or something like that. It is a lesbian fiction, but it's lesbian crime. The prologue in this book will definitely let you know whether you can handle this book. I had to close it after the prologue because it goes in there like it's not as graphic, but there's something graphic about the emotions and the feelings about what happened. So the crime takes place and it's horrible. It's horrible. There's no other word for it. And then you go into solving the crime, but you go into Jordan and Detective Fox's, Rebecca Fox's, private lives mixed in with the crime as they're looking for it and all that stuff. And it's pretty harsh, but I'm loving the gritty, dirty, I don't know, real sort of element to it. It makes me feel like I'm watching a crime show without all the lights and all the, polishing of it. And it's kind of exciting to read well-written ones, but The Killing Ground is really gritty and it's fantastic. The third book I'm currently reading is Jay's Conflict of Interest. It's narrated by Abigail, which is just fabulous in and of itself. I'm only 3 chapters in, and already I'm loving it. It reminds me so much of Law and Order SVU. I mean, to the point where the main character is so much like Olivia Benson. I can't help but wonder if it actually started as a fanfic. It's been surprising. I did not realize how much lesbian fiction out there originally started as fanfic. And I'm in my element. I'm loving it all. But I don't know, I'll have to find that one out. If you know, let me know in the comments, because it would be so great to know. If not, it's so cool, the similarities anyway. But there's so much more beyond that. And the main characters are brilliant, and it's just so well written, but heartbreaking. It's another crime, obviously SVU, and it's just devastating, but so intriguing and interesting, and I want to know more. I want to know what happens, and I want the bad guy really badly caught. I really want him caught. So it's an interesting book, and I'm very curious to see where it goes. The conflicts that come up, obviously a conflict of interest, but Jay is really good at, from any of her previous books, she's very good at creating realistic problems and conflicts, and it's not just about a lack of communication or anything like that you find so often in books. It's real life stuff, and I'm really interested to see how it goes. So they're the 3 books I'm currently reading. In relation to The Killing Ground as well, Sid Parker. In the back of the book, there are links that you can go to, find out more about her, more of her books. None of them work. So if anyone knows anything about Sid Parker, let me know, because I'd love to, find out more about her writing. So yeah, they're the 3 books that I've currently reading at the moment. I'm over a dozen books just this month. I do a blog on my website each month as a bookshelf wrap up for each month. So feel free to check that out as well. Might look into doing a video wrap up, but there's just so many books, so I'm just not sure how to do it as of yet. If you have ideas, let me know in the comments, and hopefully you've enjoyed this. Let me know if you've read these books, or if you want to read them, or you're interested about them. I'd love to hear what you have to say. And thanks so much for listening. If you want to see more of my videos, just hit subscribe button, and yeah, we'll catch you all later.